All right, so question number 10. Okay. From Leia. So I've been in a relationship for 2 years now. Been married for 1. Since the pandemic, my husband has hardly worked. I'm in the medical field, so there's a lot of work to make up the lost income. I feel like since he is home 90% of the time, he should be fucking... This question seems to like just be haunting me right now. What the fuck is this question? I should... Right? Okay, right. I shouldn't have to tell him the dishes need to be done and the laundry needs to be washed. So when he does decide to do anything, it's half-assed, which irks my nerves. It's honestly starting to push me away all. I've tried talking to him. And expressing my feelings. He tells me things are going to change. Well, it changed for a few days and go back to the way it was before they talk. I guess what I'm trying to get at is how long would you all allow it to go on? Oh, I could have written this answer. This question. I swore none of them. Fuck. As I said in the previous question, if you listened already, it's a really difficult question because this one spawns from like hundreds and hundreds of years. And as things are changing in the world and women are being the breadwinner, things are changing. If he's not doing anything, see, it's a tricky thing, because as I was talking about, it is a sense of the instincts and the fridge blindness and all that kind of stuff. The half-assed. I mean, if you're gonna, I'm not like that. If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it to the best that I can. If I don't know how, yeah, I'd want the wife to like point out, try this. I wouldn't know everything about everything, right? So if he's not done it before, and you show, like, sometimes you might need to show him, right? Yes, he might. You go, oh, but he's a full-grown adult. He might not have actually learned. Like, a lot of people fucking think that mothers everywhere are teaching their kids how to do absolutely every fucking chore. They don't. Mothers teach them things, absolutely, but they don't teach how to do this, how to do that, Some of them expect the fucking schools to do it, but home ec is like gone the fuck out of the fucking door, right? So a lot of guys, they don't know. The mothers are typically teaching the daughters how to do this, how to do that, but nobody's teaching the guys to do it. Fuck all. But the guys come out and oh, you're a full-grown adult, you don't know how to do this? No, I really don't. I don't know how to use the fucking washing machine. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna embarrass myself and say, I don't know what the fuck all those buttons are for. My computer, I can see the alphabet. I can see the numbers. I want an A. I push A. I've got an A. How many fucking ways have I got on my washing machine to wash a fucking... I've got fucking permanent press. I've got this button, this button. So many fucking buttons. And the more washing machines come out, they've got more fucking buttons. And you get another fucking washing machine that... They've got different buttons. They're not all the fucking same. And I'm supposed to bloody well know what you want to do. And I fucking do it. And my fucking jeans don't fit me anymore. Or my clothes look all kinds of different fucking colours. I'm terrified. Or I try to cook. And then I'm like, what the fuck is this? I've burnt water. I'm not kidding. I've burnt fucking water. Okay, to be fair, I never did, but I had to teach myself, as no one. Right, and that's the thing. And because you had to teach yourself, and because you did it, and because of all that experience, it's easy for you. And the guy's introduced to for the first time, all the stuff that he's at that stage. He's at the, I'm now doing it for the first fucking time. Nobody's taught me. Be patient with that. And understand, he's got that instinct, that human instinct of, as a guy, that, I mean, it's not a guarantee that's in him. Because there are guys that don't have that. There are also guys that are fucking lazy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm one of those guys. But I try. I try when I can. The other thing as well is, I mean, there's an embarrassment thing, and they might not want to. They definitely won't. Most guys, when we're embarrassed, we don't want to fucking admit that we're embarrassed. We want to fucking go, I know everything about everything. I can fucking do everything. Right? We've got that, right? I don't need fucking directions. I know how the fuck to get there. And now we're lost. We don't want to admit to it. We want to be Superman for our loved ones. And so we struggle to ask for help. And sometimes it's easier just, you know what, I don't want to do it at all. Because if I fuck up with making food and you don't like it, we don't want the negative. There's another thing as well. If they go to do it and the guy makes a mistake, don't turn around and fucking point out the mistakes. Which is a difficult fucking thing. Don't go, just be careful on how you do it. Because if you, I wouldn't say condescending, it's a different word for it. Condescending is like, oh, such a good boy. That would be the condescending thing. But if there's a mistake, don't chastise. That's the word I'm looking for. Don't chastise him. He still tried. Even if he fucked up, he tried with the limited knowledge that he has and limited experience he has. Don't chastise him. Encourage him to do better the next time. He'll get next time. And it might sound condescending, and it is a little bit, but it is also true. Maybe teach him. Maybe show him. Okay, if you are shown once, would you know how to after? Sometimes, yeah. Did you, when you got your driver's license, did you jump in the car that first fucking time and then get out and go and fucking pass your test? No. You had to be shown the same thing multiple times. When you went to school, learning that one fucking thing. I mean, you're in school, people are in school for what, fucking 16 to 18 years? Learning what, a max of maybe 16 different topics? You taught the same thing multiple times. When you started to learn to write, did you just write the one fucking letter and boom, it was perfect? No. You had to practice. Same as guys. Sometimes it needs to be shown multiple times to get it right. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There's different grades because you're learning the more advanced stuff, the more advanced stuff, the more advanced stuff. We're not teaching us the more advanced stuff. You're just teaching us the basic thing, but still needed to be done multiple times. So yes, there is an aspect of that where you need to be a bit patient. But there is nothing stopping him teaching himself and learning. No one taught me. Absolutely. I fully agree. That can go on both sides, and maybe not as many things, but you know what? There's some women who don't know how to parallel park, and you can show them over and over again, and they won't understand how to parallel park. They will struggle. You can explain it. I'm not trying to be sexist because there's women that can do good as well. I'm just using for example. it's not a male and female thing specifically on not learning things fast. It's some things can be learned really fast because you have. It's hard to really. I can't really pin it on anything because, as I said, I'm not a psychiatrist, but I know that there is that element of things. There's some things. A person, I don't know. I wouldn't know how to cook to become a chef, but a person who loves to cook will become a fucking chef and will become amazing at that. I might be able to make myself some eggs. I might be able to mix some things together to make a soup. I've made soup. Fresh fucking soup. And it is amazing. Can I remember how to do it now? I once made omelets. I don't know how to make a fucking omelet right now. We forget things. Unless we're doing it over and over again. A woman who's cooking all the time has it down pat. When you haven't done it for a while, some things, I guarantee if you didn't cook, you'd forget. You'd pick it up pretty quick. I'm not trying to defend men who are like this. I'm just giving the reasoning for this. Because as I said, I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not an expert by any means. So I don't have the fucking magic answer that every woman in the world has been trying to find. Or any man has been trying to find. I'll be looking at the sleep. Looking forward to this question popping up again. We just give me much answer. I wish I could. And you know what? It's not just on you, because men have a similar thing. It's not. There is no be all and end all answer. I think a lot of it is patience, loving, understanding on both sides, trying your best, because that's all we can do. But yeah, definitely thank you for the look, and thank you for coming and hanging out. This will be on YouTube if you want to watch this. It'll probably be either tomorrow or the next day. If you want to see my YouTube, right down below, it's right there, and go on to there's actually a playlist. I put all the Ask an Angel into that playlist, and you get to see where this is. I started this at 2 o'clock, so you just be an hour and 48 minutes into. So you can just fast forward to that if you want. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next one because I've got about 6 more questions to go. Question 11. I'm gonna laugh my ass off if this gonna be the same damn question. Okay, Streamer Lemons, you stay out of this. Jumped in right after I tell people to fucking go to my YouTube. That's funny. From Heidi. My boyfriend, I'm gonna put on this screen. My boyfriend got some. Hang on. My boyfriend got me some boots for Christmas. I think he could tell I didn't like them, or that I was disappointed. I didn't say I didn't, but now I feel really guilty because he seems upset or sad, like his day is ruined, and that's not how I want today to be. We still have Christmas at other houses. What do I do to make things better? See, the thing is like, it's a difficult thing. It's why, as I said, it's the most annoying thing about Christmas. I love Christmas, but people put so much into presents, and that's one of them. That's one of the things I was talking about earlier. Is if there's a screw up, or two people get the same present, and there's so much fucking heartache all over fucking presents, and all these stores sell multiple of the same damn thing. So yeah, that thing's bound that happen where 2 people get the same gifts, or right, and then people look at the money side of things, and it can destroy relationships. I've literally seen marriages fall apart because of the Christmas gift. And it shouldn't. It shouldn't. Or because a bunch of bloody wise guys went to a fucking see a baby and give him some fucking frankincense and myrrh. Merry Christmas. Okay, I understand it's not exactly the thing behind it, but you got my point. No, it's... I don't know what you can do. I mean, I think you've sent this the other day, so... the problem... I'd love to know what you did. But for future reference, what everybody should do... I'm going to give you my thoughts on getting Christmas gifts. 1. Talk to your partner. Get to know them. Listen to them. And find out what they like. Go shopping together. Go watch a show that has commercials in it. Commercials can be so fucking annoying, but they can be handy too, because things can pop up that your partner likes. I mean, I've heard some people. There was this one neat little thing that streamers do it, but I've seen this couple do it, and they put wish lists like on Amazon or whatever, and they pick their own fucking gift. I think that takes away the romantic, the surprise, that element of it out of it. So I don't really like that. But don't be fucking lazy. Get to know the person, and you can find out what interests them. Except the other element of there is still there, and there's nowhere to really get that other than talk to other friends. Because if you know the person and you go, let's say me for example, I'm a photographer, right? Let's say there's certain things I like, and my wife over time gets to know me and knows that I like. I want a certain type of memory. She hears that. Oh, I want a special kind of memory for my camera. So she does a little research and gets that memory for me. I only need one stick of that memory. My mother also knows me. She gets that same stick of memory because she heard as well. So now I've got 2 sticks of memory. So now whose memory do I use? I'm using this as an example, maybe a better one. But one thing I fucking hate getting. I hate. Socks. 1, I hate having multiple different types of socks. I'm a kind of a white pair of socks. And I go to the same store, I go to Walmart, I buy the big fucking bags, $12 for like crap ton of socks in there. That's all I like to get. So that because I'm that person, we're talking about the washing. I hate trying to fucking pair up socks. And I hate getting a pair of white socks and it's got one pattern. And you get another pair and it's got a different fucking pattern. And they're different lengths. It looks like it's the same fucking length. So when I grab it and I roll it up and and I put it away. And then I go to put it on and they're not fucking matching. And I need to spend a little bit of time trying to find the fucking pair to that sock. So I go and get the exact same fucking socks. That's where my drawer is full of the exact same socks. And I always have the exact fucking pair. It doesn't matter if they're muddled up or whatever. It'll be the same length, same fucking pattern. So my mother gets me fucking socks. And they're grey. And they're not the same damn pattern. Trust me, crazy. And that is like a generational thing. At least it used to be. English, buy socks, slippers, tie, wallet. That's like the typical fucking thing that people get for a guy. And then some guys get for their wives. We'll get them and we'll try not to. So some guys make the mistake, and if any guys listening, don't ever do this. Don't buy things like a pan. Don't buy a pan. You're just telling them right there you expect them to do the cooking. It's a bad idea. Trust me. Don't buy anything that leads them to for the kitchen, because you basically say they belong in the kitchen. So don't do that. Listen to them. Don't necessarily do the fucking... I mean, it's always a good, easy way out, but it's roses. Some kind of flower. Hear the kind of flower that they like. Get them flowers. That shouldn't be the present, but that should be a nice word. It kind of cushions the blow of whatever thing you buy, so if it is a mistake in any way, shape, or form, ugly fucking boots, fucking you made the stupid mistake of buying a pan. There's some Moses. It'll touch the heart and cushion. It's not gonna fix it. It'll cushion the blow of your fuck up. And that's the same. It's not the same for exact same thing for women, but there's things that women can do when they're getting a gift, and they go, "Fuck, I'm gonna buy him some slippers." Don't need that many fucking pairs of slippers. It's the gifts that didn't take any fucking thought. To me, a gift for me, if you write on a piece of fucking paper a poem, I'm happy. It's a nice gesture. You thought, especially if you think it out, and then don't be kind of silly and do fucking like a limerick or the silly fucking. Put your heart into it, or do a picture. Like, I'm a photographer. I can tell you right now, one of the fucking. I love Christmas for that. Because I do get a lot of requests to do boudoir photos for the husbands. I frankly think that the guys should do it as well. Not because I want to look at guys, but I think a guy should do the boudoir as well for the woman. Because the wife likes to look at her husband. The girlfriends like to look at their boyfriends, and so on and so on. I think it can be a nice gift on both sides. Especially if you do something kind of goofy that steps outside of your comfort zone and you're doing it for them. It's sweet as fuck. It doesn't need to be big and extravagant. Simple and sweet. It's quite often bigger than anything you can get. But also don't put so much fucking onus on it. Who cares? Have that attitude. It's really, really sweet. But if you don't get anything, who cares? Be with the one you love. That to me is a much more bigger gift. People being happy. That's an even better gift. There's too much sadness and bullshit in the world for it to not. Alright, who's this question? This is an interesting question. There's always one. There's always one. Might not fit. Does it fit? Oh, just. Alright. You've been warned. It's a doozy. Just a disclaimer. If anybody's young, get the... Well, actually, no, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. But confusing. Anyway, so question 12 from Maria. So I was staying with my sister and her family for the holidays. Christmas night, we had dinner and opened presents. It was a lot of fun, but there was a moment that made me feel strange. My sister and I are twins. Almost identical. My sister is a bit taller. As we were passing out gifts, her husband handed my sister and I boxes. We both had... We opened them and he had bought us both gorgeous matching baby doll style nightwear. Ballsy. That's ballsy. A little lacy around the chest area too, but not see-through. I was getting mixed feelings about it and very confused. Is this normal? I'm gonna say no. I don't know your situation. Hang on. Is he making a pass at me? Couldn't say. It could be just a sweet gesture. It could be more. I wouldn't consider doing this. I think if I bought my sister-in-law my something like that, my wife would be hitting me. But then again, you know what? My wife is kind of progressive, so it's hard to say. It's hard to say. If it was both the exact same kind of thing, like to be matching and to be cute, she might look past it and think it's cute. But yeah, my sister didn't seem to think anything of it, and suggested we wear it for the rest of the night. Okay. See, that's the thing, is I can't actually see what you're describing as well, so I don't know. Because you're saying it's... Are you looking at it? See, that's also how you're seeing it. You're seeing this baby doll, but is it... It could be meant as sweet. It could be a sweet thing like getting somebody a pair of slippers or socks, right? He's just bought the same thing for both of you. If he bought it for just you, like he bought that for you and bought your sister like a necklace, might be something weird about that. If he had suggested that, hey, go put him on, that could have been weird as well. It could have been at some point you just mentioned that he's like, I don't know your situation. It could be that I don't know. There's another thought that's running through my head, but I don't know if I can mention that because I don't want to stir the pot. Okay, I'm going to stir the pot a little bit. The other thing as well is, did he only buy two? Are you sure he only bought two? Could he have possibly bought one for somebody else? Bought that for his wife, going, oh, you know, and to take away the weirdness of it, in case she finds out. Buy it for your sister. I go, oh, it's not a big deal. I just bought it for you and one for you and your sister, and my secretary. I'm not. Sounds like he wants sisters, right? It is, right? It's there's something this is weird in it, and I can't quite place it. But like, I think there's more. It could be innocent because, as your sister said, I didn't think anything of it. And women can usually pick up on things, right? So she hasn't picked up on anything. Okay, where for the rest of the night? She saw them more light night. Oh, okay, you might say like a nightgown, but I could clearly see as lingerie. As lingerie. But we went to put them on and sat around the fireplace playing games with my nephew and niece. Like, yeah, she's seeing it just as like a nightgown. Like, it's not. Every so often I would catch her husband looking over at me, but hang on, just smile, which looked like a little flirty smile, and look away. What my sister doesn't know, I think, her husband and I dated back in college. It was something we agreed not to mention. Should I say something or just let it go? Ooh. Okay. Right, so it could be just innocent. I think the fact that he's looking at her, flirty, and they dated, it could Possibly still has feelings for you. It could be something, it could be nothing. On this is how I would... Possible. I think, as you have agreed not to mention it, to let it go, let it go. Unless he's pushing for more. If he is flirting and trying to push for more, then maybe you should mention it to her. But the problem with mentioning it to her, you need to understand. You are risking two major things. One, you're risking an explosion between them. You could break them up. The fact that you dated him and you didn't tell her, that could kill the trust and the bond between you and her. It's already happened. It's in the past. Unless he's planning on doing something with it, let it go. Let it go. It's already gone. As far as it is, if you're sitting around the fireplace and you're being a family, it sounds like you have got a nice, good bond. It doesn't need to go further. But if there's a chance it could, it also depends on what you want. Right? I definitely think it could be something that he's pushing for. The fact that your sister thought nothing of it. She sounds like she's very trusting of both you and her husband. Do you want to kill that trust? And for the most part, sometimes being honest can help solidify that trust. But it's something you've kept for as long as you have. You could kill that trust by being honest. If there's no intention of anything going anywhere and you're just going to let it lie, let it go. The other thing that you could, here's another thought. Unless any moves, let's say let it go. But if he is making more advances, find time, maybe give him a call and have coffee and talk about it. And say, what is this? Are you flirting with me? Or you come across kind of flirty, and you don't want to do anything bad. You don't want to hurt your sister. You don't want to ruin their marriage. Blah blah blah. But that's only if, because it could also be that you are seeing things. I mean, my gut is telling there's something there, but there might not be. It might have just been like some guys, completely, and I'm one of them, oblivious to things. Sometimes we're open, sometimes to him it might have just been something sweet. He got one, he knew you were coming, he wanted to make you feel happy, and it could have been a nice gesture. Kill two birds, one stone. A lot of women, they like to go, like there's that, I don't know if you've ever seen this picture, it's on the internet. It's of men and women shopping. And you got this the little guy goes to the door, and the woman, she's like, fucking start the store. Most guys, and they go, out. Right? I myself am one of those guys. I'm not gonna lie. I want to get in the store with my mind on what I'm getting, get the fuck out, because I'm not a man of crowds. I don't want to, I mean, sometimes crowd watching, like sitting on, having food in the food court and watching people behave. I do like that. I like seeing people interact friendly. I like to see the human nature of people. But for the most part, I don't want to be bumped into by fucking people pushing each other around and trying to get around each other and not watching where the hell they're going because they're on the phone. Or I hate that side of things. And most guys do. Most people really do. It could be something like that. It could be that he wanted to save time and got two of the same thing. To him, it might have been innocent, but the fact that he keeps looking at you, all flirty. But at the same time, lots of people, and I also am one of those people, can be kind of oblivious. I could be thinking that somebody's flirting when they're not, or think they're not when they are. Hard to really say. You could be holding on to thoughts or feelings and maybe wishful thinking. Hard to say. But I would let it go unless flirting continues. That's my thought. And I'm sticking to it. Alright, so where's the next one? Question 13. I think I've only got like 3 or 4 more questions to go. Yeah, I've got 17 in total. Question 13. Oh. Alright, question 13. From Anonymous. Oh, come on. Why over time do tastes change? Why do people lose feelings, move on, want to start over? I can't answer that one because I really don't know. I'm a firm believer in that love doesn't go away. It's not a light switch. It can be masked. It can be ignored. But it can't go away. If that's what you're talking about. A person's taste and likes can be affected by different things. By the human mind, by different attractions. It's kind of like you can like a certain type of food 1 minute. Like when I called my mother, when I was a young boy, I liked peas and beans. When I hit a certain age, it was like something could just flip the switch and I hated it. I can't stand it to the point I'm allergic to it. I can't even have it in food without me having to let it go. Even if I don't see it. Like I thought, oh, it's not. The doctors have basically said it's a form of allergy. It's not something that makes it's an intolerance more than sometimes it's mental, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it could be, I wouldn't say loss of feelings, it could be an additional feeling of discomfort or something is masking love. I think you love somebody, but they've done something so bad that the negative feeling overwhelms the positive feeling. The love's still there. Finding out what that negative feeling was and trying to remove it, that negative thought or that negative action, sometimes just a simple apology. But if you don't know what that thought is or what that feeling is, that's what you need to find out. Want to start over? Nobody really wants to start over. That's kind of, as far as I'm concerned, it's a bit of a fallacy because it's like it takes too much time. They do it, but nobody really likes it. I mean, yes, there's that wonderful feeling at the beginning of a relationship that's kind of fun and exciting, and some people look for that, but you can find that in any relationship. You can make any relationship kind of fun and exciting and new. It just takes work. I can't give you any examples at the moment, but yeah, it's possible. All right, but yeah, that's my answer for that one. It's not that they don't really change. It's usually that it's masked or hidden or something like that. And if you can find the root cause of it and either apologize for it or fix it in some way, it'll come back. Question 14. Let's see if we can get through these next ones really quick because this is my longest stream so far of Ask an Angel. From Tamara. Tamara says, how long after knowing someone would you get married? 6 months, a year, 3 years? What's important to do before you get married? Meet a person. Fall in love. Trust. Learn to trust the person. These are important things. Finding common grounds, things that you like together. Asking questions, get to know each other. Those are important things, so that surprises don't pop up later. But how long? it's really up to you and your partner. I've known people get to. I think there is a too soon. I think getting married, getting engaged. That's one thing. Getting married, like you met the person, you go to a fucking altar. I think it's way too soon. You just don't know anything about each other. Barely know each other's name. I think 3 to 6 months is a good time to get engaged, because you can know quite a lot about a person within that time. Getting married, I would say a year. That way you can weed out all the rest of the stuff to really determine, is there any issues with what I'm about to get into in that last little bit. Yeah. And that way, if it doesn't work out, you're not actually married, engagement's over. Yeah. 3 months to decide that you want to, and a year to change your mind. And if you haven't changed your mind by that time, lock it in. Yeah. Lock it in. Okay, question 15 from Jay. It just said fit too. Okay, this may or may not be a lengthy post. I think this has come from somebody else. I think people keep sending me their own questions. That's being asked from them. I'm not sure. I'm 19. My husband. Yeah. See, this is from somebody called Jay. They've taken somebody else's question. I'm 19. My husband and I got married before he went off to basic training. At 19? How old is your husband? Training things. We were awesome. Before then, we've known each other 5 years. High school, best friends. Oh. We had long talks about the future and how I'd be as a wife, vice versa. I have a 1-year-old son, and he treats him like his own. He's here on holiday block leave, and he told me he isn't happy and wants a divorce. I'm not sure where I went wrong in any of this. He's only my second relationship, and prior to him I was in a domestic violence situation. I love him, I cook for him, motivate him, uplift him, and we've been intimate a few times. Now he's saying he isn't happy and wants to work on himself. If this hurts so much, of course I want nothing more for him but to be happy and content with every decision we make with one another. His mom has influenced his decision, and she's supposed to be helping him obtain the divorce documents. He said it should be finalized before he leaves to go back to basic training for the army, which would be on the 3rd. My heart is broken. I don't know what to do now. Okay, a whole bunch of things in here. One, you're a little young to be married at that age. People do, but I think it's a tricky thing. 5 years you've known the person, and then you've been married. How long does it say you've been married? 1 year. It doesn't say how long you've been married. Probably a year or 2 years, I'm assuming. His mother getting into it, I'm not gonna lie, I think you should count your lucky stars, because if his mother's able to do this, if you stick together, she'd have been influencing way too much. frankly, if he's got some mental issues that he needs to, hey, how's it going? If he's got mental issues that he needs to deal with, I don't think going into basic training for the army should be the first thing he's going to. I think he should get some help. Yeah, I think he probably should talk to, if it's real. Now, I'm going to be really blunt and honest here. Because the vibes I'm getting from this question, he's met someone. I'm not saying for sure. Okay? I'm not saying he has. He's needing to work things out. It could be a whole bunch of things, right? There could be, maybe he's discovering a certain thing about himself in his, what he's attracted to. And he doesn't want to break your heart to have you think, oh my God, I've turned a man into like an... yeah, military changes all kinds of people in different ways, right? It could be he's afraid that he's going to go, be shot, and leave you with a broken heart of having to go through all that. Clearly he feels the military is the way he wants to go for whatever reason. It could also be that something you have said spooked him, either to him or to his mother, because it sounds like his mother's definitely gotten a nose in here somewhere. Yeah, I think you're better off. I know it's not something you want to hear, because if his mother can have that much of influence, that's a little much. It could be that she's basically says, "Are you going to do this to this poor girl and make her fucking wait?" She could, and you don't know where that influence comes from. Does it come from trying to look after her boy? It could be she doesn't want her boy treating some woman like that. It could be all kinds of things. I think, though, if he's going to war, if he's going into training, if he's going into military, the working on things is an excuse. It's not the... I think either there's another person or he's discovered he's not interested in women, basically. I think, yes, if it was me, I would sign the papers and move on. Maybe have a sit down and go, what's the real reason? I deserve... Tell him, you deserve more than this, because this is a cop-out. If it is a mental thing, you shouldn't be going into the fucking military. If it's something else, you can tell me. You've been friends for 5 years, right? If this is going to end, it's going to end. But you need some kind of closure. You need to know what it is. It can't be just simply, it's me, it's not you, it's me. Blah, blah, blah. I hate that excuse. It's a fucking vague bullshit answer. Hate it. Fucking hate it. It's not you, it's me. It's a cop-out answer. So don't settle that. That's not closure. It's a cop-out answer. But what comes thinking? The reason with jumping through hoops is often correct. Yeah, is more plausible than he wants. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't say Russian agent, but it could be that he's discovered he's more into guys. I'm just tossing out possibilities. If that is the avenue that he's going, and he's your friend, then he's going to need support, right? Maybe basically say, I mean, he's a person. I've always believed the person really wants to go, they're gonna go. Doesn't matter how long the relationship is. They really want to go, they're gonna go. You can't put handcuffs on them and keep them forever. That's essentially kidnapping. And yeah, no, it's against the law. So if they're gonna go, they're gonna go. How you end it is dependent on you and him. You want to stay close? I mean, who knows? Maybe there's something behind this. Maybe he's afraid. He's gonna go to a war and get shot, and you're gonna be hurt, left alone, a widow. He wants you to move on. There could be all kinds of possibilities. Let him go. There is that saying. What's that beautiful saying? If you love somebody, let them go. If they come back, they're yours. If they don't, they were never yours to begin with. Let this person go. There's no law that says you can't marry the same person multiple times. It sucks. It 100% sucks, and your heart's is broken. But let them go. If they're gonna and move on yourself. Move on yourself. Meet somebody else. Enjoy your life. I know it's hard right now. Move on yourself. If it comes back and it works out, great. If not, then he will eventually find his own happiness. Whether it is in the arms of you, getting back together, in the arm of somebody else, male or female, it doesn't really matter. If they're happy, which you said you want them to be happy, then they will. Yeah. I'm going to get rid of this really quick because I hate these little things. Make them piss off. Here we go. Alright. I don't want people fucking trying to make me famous by me buying followers. But yeah. I know it's hard. But whatever the answer is, you want them to be happy, you deserve to be happy too. Move on. Because the other thing as well on moving on is, if he's doing it just to be a dick, you deserve better too. I was the guy that wanted to leave in my last relationship. I tried to give signs, but she didn't catch them. She wanted me to act more jealous and it was just not me. And she would get mad when I didn't. Yeah, that's where it gets really tricky, right? Sometimes relationships do end, and there's just no way. I try to point out to couples, you know what? Just be honest. Closure is the best thing. Even if I don't say to be brutally honest, they say, "Oh, fuck you! I can't stand you! Fuck off!" That's just mean. That's just being shitty. But just sit down and go, you know what? It's just not working for me. And don't do the whole fuck it, it's not you, it's me. If there is an issue, fucking state it. Say, you kind of got a big no. I'm not saying be like that. But if there's something over time, these things have been bugging me, you don't need to be a dick about it, but you just say. I mean, he says he's not happy. It's a bit vague, but it's a decent answer. If you have discovered you're into something else, maybe mention it. Just kind of picturing. Yeah. Like you don't need to be completely an ass about it, but you just gotta say, because otherwise it's just gonna drag on and drag on and drag on and drag on, and that's what I think is probably being happened for whoever Jay is. I think that's what's with your situation is, if this is something that's been going on for a while and it's been festering, I don't think he joined the army to get away from you. It could be something you've said. I'm not trying to pin the blame on you, so to speak. I'm just saying just let it go. If they really want to go, they're gonna go. So let them go. And maybe sit down and have a conversation. He's not going till the 3rd. It's the 27th. You've got plenty of time. Have a sit down and talk to them and find out what exactly is bugging. What's causing this to end, and not just I'm unhappy. What's made you unhappy, just so that you can move on. And to be honest, and maybe you can even salvage a friendship from this. Maybe they could salvage a friendship, and then years down the road, you find each other again and you try again. But yeah, I don't think clinging on to this is the best thing. Anyway, let's move on to the next question. Oh, question 16. All right. And here we go. Oh. I need better music than this. It's so repetitive. It's nice, it's soothing, but it's so repetitive. Question 16 from Anonymous. When you're in a serious committed relationship, how do you feel with the fact that you are still sexually attracted to other people? Is this even a thought a person would be having if you really love that person? Or is it natural and you just choose not to act on it? Have you ever had to end a relationship simply because you knew you'd want to be sexual? Okay, it's a really good question. I think it's natural. We're primal. We've got fucking 8 fingers and 2 thumbs, right? So we can pick things up. And we've got bigger brains, so we can do all kinds of things. But we're still animals. We're still pretty much monkeys. We are very intelligent, but we're still very much based on instincts. And yeah, there's lots of things that we'll be attracted to, be it emotionally, sexually, whatever. So the idea that you are in a relationship and it's completely crazy to think that you look at somebody and go, my God, that person's got a nice ass, or holy shit, my God, it's unrealistic to think that you wouldn't, right? To deny it, you're just fucking pushing that shit deep down and ignoring it, and it will fester and get worse, right? Just acknowledge it. Same as your partner. Don't, like, if you're going to do it, understand your partner is going to do it as well. We are all going to do it. It happens. You're going to look at somebody. It's how you act upon it. That's what makes the difference, right? Are you in a monogamous relationship? Then don't act upon it. LDT. Look, don't touch. Right? Go, fuck, that's a hot chick. Or if you're a guy, whatever you're into. Oh, that's a hot person. I'm trying to be all fucking political. But whatever, right? There's nothing wrong with looking. And if your partner is getting a little jealous or whatever that you're looking, just point out, you know what? You're looking at them, but you're coming home to them. Right? But don't try to pretend like you're not. And don't try to pretend like your partner's not going to look as well. Some people open the relationship up to play with others. Some stay completely monogamous. I'm not going to be all fucking, oh, it's bad to do this, bad to do that. As long as people are happy, that's what I want, right? Don't hurt your partner. If you feel that you are going to be with somebody else, like you want to have sex with somebody else, talk to your partner. Maybe she's okay with it. And if she's not, then decide, are you okay with it? Not. And then decide if you want to continue your relationship, which is more important, having sex with another person or staying with the current person. Because if staying with the person and she's going to be hurt, that's when you're kind of like being a dick. But yeah, it's not rocket science. This shit's easy. It's just confusing because, one, you don't want to hurt your partner. I can tell right now, you probably found somebody attractive. Maybe even had feelings for somebody. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with you having feelings for another person. You love your mother, you love your father, right? Yes, it's a different kind of love, but it's still love, right? A father loves both their children, one, loves the son, loves the daughter. Does it make it bad? No. It's all the same. No big fucking deal. They shouldn't be jealous of each other. It's a different person. It doesn't affect the other person. In this kind of relationship, in this kind of attraction, different for sure, but it's what you do with it that changes it all. And thank you for the bits. That was very sweet of you. I'm going to move on to the next question. Oh, and the last one. Question 17. Whoa! Let's go. Let's go. Why isn't it popping up? There we go. From Jamie. So my boyfriend said to me, wait, what? So my boyfriend said to me that for his New Year's resolution would be to leave me. What the fuck? How am I supposed to respond to this? Kick him in the balls? No, don't kick him in the balls. I'm just thinking out loud. Don't actually kick him in the balls. Suppose, okay. Or what is he trying to get out of saying this to me? An argument? I don't know your boyfriend well enough to really give that as an answer. It could be that he's just joking about. Clearly it's hurt you and confused you, which I don't blame you, because I can almost guarantee my chat's thinking what the fuck as well. It's possibly just a joke. I don't want to believe that somebody would actually do that. I mean, if you're gonna fucking end the relationship, fucking end the relationship. Don't fucking say, oh, you know what? I'm gonna wait till New Year's? I'm gonna wait till New Year's to break up with you? Heads up? What? This is weird. I think he's just joking about. And if he's not, you know what? Good riddance. That's a shitty thing to do. But really, is it? Let me just think about that for a second. The wording of it, shitty. Absolutely shitty. I'm trying to think of some of the relationships that I've broke up in my time. If I could have known beforehand. No, it would still hurt. It would still hurt. If he worded it like, I'm thinking we probably should move on. And then talk about it and try to figure it out. But not the way he's done it. Or not around New Year's, not around the holidays. Absolutely not. No, I think what he did is a shitty thing. And I'm hoping it's just a joke and point out, you know what? What you said bothered me. If it's a joke, so be it. But I didn't find it funny. So you need to tell me, were you serious with this? Or were you just joking? Flat out ask him. Flat out ask him. And if he says I'm serious, you say, well, there's the fucking door. Why wait till New Year's? The good thing is he's just a boyfriend or a husband, so you're kind of in a good place for that. It sucks. It'll probably hurt. But before you let it hurt you, keep in mind, that's the kind of person he is. You really gonna let a person like that be the thing that hurts you? To me, I think if a person did this, said that and was serious about it, I'd get over it so fucking fast. I'm like, look though, I just fucking escaped. Whew! That was close. I was really fucking close before you got even deeper invested in the relationship with your boyfriend. Because what the fuck would that felt like if you were with the guy for 10 years? And then he did that. I mean, I don't know your situation or how long he's been together. If it is something like that, it would be worse. And I feel so bad for you. But fuck, get the fuck away from it if he's serious. But ask him, hey, are you serious about this or are you just joking? Don't just throw it in. Don't just let it build up and fester, right? You got hurt by it? Communication. It's what I say in every single one of my episodes. Communication is the best thing that you can get in a relationship. Don't be afraid to fucking talk. Don't be afraid to have a conversation about whatever. If you feel like the person a little while ago, I'm unhappy. You know what? If you're unhappy, and especially if you're married, what is it that's making you unhappy? Let's see if we can figure this out. You don't need to necessarily break up, but let's figure it out. Early on, there was a person, they were depressed. They broke up because he was depressed. And they didn't know if they should get together. They loved each other. They still had sex. They've got a kid involved. If they'd had a conversation and worked on it, they could have stayed together and not gone through so much of a heartache. The kid could have still had the father around, but they'd have talked. They'd have gone through the necessary information and gotten the information what's needed. But so many people don't want to fucking say shit. Because as the gentleman a moment ago was talking, he didn't want to, he kept trying to fucking drop hints. No, don't drop hints. Don't drop hints. Talk. If you don't want to be in the relationship, that's fine. Talk. Maybe there's a reason why you don't want to be in the relationship because something's misunderstood. Or I think you like this. Or I think you. I'm gonna use a little political talk here. Couple it together. One is hardcore Democrat. The other is hardcore fucking Republican. But they love each other to fucking pieces. Everything outside of politics they love about each other. And they don't want to break up. But the guy suddenly goes, I like Trump. And this person doesn't like Trump and I've got to support him. I've got to. I'm talking crazy, I know, but I'm making a point here. I'm just using this as an example. They shouldn't break up because of who they like. Right? And having a conversation and go, you know what? Maybe politics is something we just can't talk about because we love each other and want to make it right there. But if they just kept it in and just kind of like, well, oh, you know what? I'm just not happy anymore. Communicate. Say, you know what? The reason why I'm having an issue, and the reason why I'm not happy is because you're kind of supporting the other side. And every time we talk about it, I just want to bash your brains in. Stop talking about it. Everything else is perfect. That one fucking thing. You don't need to like the same fucking person. Who fucking cares? Just love each other. I mean, yes, it's a bit of an issue, and it's a conversation starter for sure, and can get some heated arguments. But if you love each other, make it work. You don't need to fucking break a relationship because you just like different things. But if that's what it is, if you're just gonna go, oh, I'm just unhappy. Talk, fucking talk. And if that couple early on had said, you know what, I'm depressed. I think the best thing is for me to do is just go and live on my own. So you're gonna live away from the wife that you love. You're gonna go and live away from your daughter, and that's gonna fix it. Your depression? No, it's gonna make you worse. If they had talked about it, maybe get him counseling, maybe. And now she's trying to figure out, maybe now that things are better, should I ask him if he wants to move back in and let's try to make it work? Fuck. Seriously. But anyway, that, as he says, that. I'm glad everybody stuck around and listened and enjoyed the show. This is Ask an Angel. I do this normally I do it every Saturday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I had to do it differently because of the holidays, and I'll probably be keeping the same schedule next week. Like it'll be Saturday, my normal schedule. But if I have to change it, it's my Twitter below, or Discord. I'll end up telling people in there, so go ahead and join those. If you do miss one of my episodes, or you want to see any of the previous ones, go to my YouTube page, link down below. Click on the little YouTube thing, and please subscribe. I'm trying to get that to grow, and that is a bitch to get going. And that way you can see in the playlist marked Ask an Angel, you can see all the others. And I get some of the craziest fucking questions. It's because the human race is batshit fucking crazy. And you just don't know how to fucking be around each other anymore. I think if the human race was able to know that anymore, a lot of the political bullshit that's going on right now probably wouldn't even be an issue. Because you should remember how to talk and be nice to each other. So that's my big request. If you're trying to figure out a New Year's resolution for 2021, make that number one. Have all your other fucking resolutions, but make that the priority. 2021, I'm going to be nicer to people. Whatever, it doesn't matter what they believe in. I don't care what their religion is. I don't care who they want to support politically. I don't care if they've got a big nose or whatever the fuck. I'm going to be nicer to that person. Because it doesn't take much. Don't be a bit of a Karen. Don't be a dick either. Full on Richard. Be kind to each other. And I will hopefully see you all next week. Actually, I'll see you all probably sometime today once I play some... I'm going to play some Warzone later. Not right away. Later.